Man, this looks so clean with the orange band, bro. Oh man, so fire. Yo, what up, squad? So today, man, we're gonna be diving into a watch, y'all, that is built for my people out there who likes to take training, racing, as well as performance seriously, making me actually want to show you guys the brand new Suunto Race 2 that I got right here on my wrist. Now, this right here, y'all, isn't just a minor upgrade. Suunto really went back into the lab. They redesigned the entire back cover, upgraded the heart rate sensor, beefed up the battery, which we're gonna get to that later, boosted the display, and made it lighter overall. So if you guys are looking for a premium performance watch that can hang with you guys from your daily training all the way to your longest race, this one right here might be the one to get. Let's talk about it. All right, y'all, so first impressions, as you guys know, is everything. So let's go ahead and talk about the weight. We're gonna talk about the thickness, as well as how this device actually feels on the wrist since I've been wearing it for a little while now. So the Suunto Race 2 is noticeably sleeker and lighter than the previous generation, with the weight being 76 grams or 65 grams, depending on your case material. Now, when it comes to the case size, it's 49 millimeters with a thickness of only 12.5 millimeters. Now, I know you guys are thinking 49 millimeters, that is a big watch, but honestly, it really doesn't feel that big because of how slim they decided to keep it with this design. It's actually surprisingly balanced when it comes to just not wobbling or anything like that. It also doesn't feel like it's dragging down your wrist. And to me, I feel like that's super important if you guys are going out there for longer runs or maybe having those speed sessions. So if you guys are an endurance athlete or someone training with data screens open all day, comfort really matters. And honestly, man, I really feel like this thing here, whenever I've personally been wearing it for a long period of time, it really kind of disappears on your wrist way faster than you would think. And for runners out there using the ultralight configuration, the Race 2 comes in extremely lightweight, with the weight being 76 grams or 65 grams, depending on your case material. Now, the next thing we got to talk about is the display. And this is where I do feel like this is a major upgrade. Now, the Race 2 here is bringing a 1.5-inch AMOLED display, but to me, I feel like the real flex is the brightness, with it being up to 2,000 nits, which is just insane. I mean, like, we're talking smartphone level at this point. So if you guys are running at noon when the sun is just out bright shining, you're still gonna be good to go. Cloudy day, you're still good. Or even at night, you're still good. And with the 466 by 466 resolution, the data screens look so clean. Now, one thing when I was using it, I also noticed that the numbers are really sharp. I feel like the map details really pop and everything just is easy to read while you guys are moving. Plus, it's using LTPO technology, meaning it can dial the screen refresh and brightness up or down automatically, keeping it power efficient, even with a huge display like we just talked about. Now, Suunto also kept the race family control layout with the one crown that you guys are seeing right here, plus the two side buttons. This way, scrolling, zooming, and switching screens is smooth and intuitive the entire time you guys are using it. So if you're used to touchscreen only watches, I'm telling you, the tactile control on this one right here feels so much better during those workouts. Now, one thing about a good display is that it means absolutely nothing if the battery dies mid-run, and Suunto, I'm telling y'all, did not come to play with the battery, all right? So you guys are getting up to 55 hours of GPS in the most accurate dual band mode, and up to 16 days, yes, 16 days when used like a smartwatch, which is just insane. I feel like Apple and Samsung need to take some notes. So just for kicks and giggles, right? Let's just put 55 hours into perspective. That's enough for multi-day ultra races, back-to-back long training sessions, a whole week's worth of workouts without charging, and even navigation heavy adventures with dual band positioning. If you guys don't know, dual band accuracy typically eats battery levels like crazy. Suunto manages y'all to keep it efficient without watering down GPS performance. And in daily mode, you're able to get up to 16 days, which is optimized for both endurance training and everyday use. 16 days, I mean, that's just elite tier status, meaning you guys can literally go 2 weeks without touching a charger. And to me, that's my kind of battery life that I like. Now, for training with GPS, you're able to get up to 55 hours of usage using the most accurate dual band GPS with all satellite system. And with always on display enabled, you will get approximately around 18 hours. Now, when it comes to the navigation, this one area here, I feel like is where Suunto consistently shines. And the Race 2 keeps that tradition alive 100%. So right out of the box, man, you guys are getting free offline maps with multiple styles like your light mode or high contrast mode, and even a dark mode with no subscriptions and no paywalls in 2025, which I mean, we got to give it up to them. Then there's the route planner with quick start navigation where you guys can just load your course and go. No fuss, no complications, none of that, all right? There's also climb guidance, which is huge for trail runners or hill training. You can see upcoming elevation, gradient, and remaining climb in real time. There's also sport heat maps, which is perfect for finding popular segments for safe routes in new areas. There's POI support, compass bearing, and find back, which is everything that you guys are going to need to not get lost regardless of the terrain that you guys are on. So whether you're road running, trail running, or exploring a new city, the navigation package on this watch here is extremely complete. All right, so let's go ahead and talk design, because this is where I do feel like Suunto kept what athletes love the most and also added much needed refinements. Now you get Suunto's signature crown plus 2-button setup, which is perfect for sweaty runs, gloves, rapid scrolling, or switching screens mid-workout. Now when it comes to the strap, there's a brand new 22mm silicone strap that you guys can get in 1 or 2-layer sporty version. The straps are comfortable in my opinion, as I've been using this one right here and I haven't had any issues with it. It's breathable as well as it's even secure for those long walks or long runs. The charging interface to me is probably one of the biggest upgrades, and that is because the entire charging interface, as you guys can see right here, has been completely redesigned. It now snaps securely and stays in place using the pins here on the back. So no more fighting with those, loose chargers or wiggling the cable just to get it to connect correctly. This one, overall, man, I'm telling you, it's lighter, thinner, and cleaner, and it looks good without trying too hard. Now, when it comes to one of the biggest internal upgrades, because I do feel like we got to talk about that, and that has to deal with the redesigned optical heart rate sensor when it comes to health monitoring. Now, Suunto completely re-engineered the entire back cover of the Race 2. We're talking new layout, new sensor geometry, and better skin contact, which overall is going to mean a significant leap forward in accuracy over the previous generation, giving you train and load analysis, recovery data, zone-based pacing, calorie accuracy, and interval responsiveness. So that way, if you guys are doing tempo runs, threshold workouts, or racing with heart rate zones, you'll absolutely appreciate this upgrade. And last, y'all, we have to talk about connectivity when it comes to just the overall ecosystem, because data doesn't do much if it's just stuck right here on the watch, all right? So Suunto calls the Race 2 the most connected watch ever, and here's why. It works with over 300 plus partner platforms, new apps joining weekly, and it syncs support for all of your major fitness, mapping, as well as training platforms. So if you guys are using apps like Strava or Komoot or Training Peaks or any specialized partner apps, your data flows exactly where you guys need it to go. Just being able to use the watch while still maintaining the ecosystem that you've already invested in those other apps, to me, is a huge W in my book. And the whole experience, I feel like it gets even better with the Suunto app, which basically is the command center for all of your training. You can create routes and send them instantly to your watch. You can track recovery, training load, and long-term progress. It also includes AI coach that builds personalized training plans, and it also has Zone Sense, which gives real-time intensity guidance. It syncs with multiple platforms like Strava, Komoot, Training Peaks, like I talked about, as well as others. And last, it has auto backup for activities, routes, and workouts. It ties just the entire Race 2 ecosystem together. So y'all, that is the Suunto Race 2, which is lighter, brighter, smarter, and more accurate and more connected than ever. So if you guys are someone out there, man, who races, you train hard, or you want a watch that helps you go from I'm trying to I'm improving, then this right here, man, I do feel like it's going to be the watch for you, and most likely it's the sweet spot. Now for Black Friday, man, this is going to be lasting from November 20th all the way to December 1st, where you guys can get the Race 2 here for $499, and you get a free $49 strap, and it's available for up to 40% off during Black Friday. Now, I will have a direct link for you guys down in the description section below, and I want to send a huge shout out to my friends over at Suunto for sponsoring today's video. See y'all in the next one. Squad, we out.